life into them. And it always looks like when you're not hitting that you're not trying.
Yep.
And these guys are trying, but there just doesn't seem to be a lot of offensive flow going on. Oh my.
And Bryan Price may challenge this one. He's on the steps of the dugout, waiting for a word from Rob Coughlin inside as to whether or not he'll challenge it. Take a look. They get one at second, on to first. I think similar to Hamilton's. Looks like at the very least a tie. Now, let's see. He steps back, and here comes Bryan. Yes, he will challenge. So it'll be a challenge here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It would put Kozma on first, or it could be the second out of the inning.
I will try to give you the same look that they will be looking at in New York. Well, that is awfully close. You almost have to roll that back and look frame by frame. I ring him up on that. It may take them a while in New York to figure that one out. So meanwhile, what do the fans do? I've always wondered, George, if there's not something that Major League Baseball could do during these challenges to entertain the fans. I mean, other than discount beer by 50%.
Except now the beer lines are closed now. It's late in the game.
Wouldn't that be a good idea, though? I mean, if you're in the line and you're waiting, you know, and all of a sudden you hear that there's a challenge going on and the prices go up by 50% during the time at which they're evaluating the call.
See, now when we go back home, we got to sit you down with Phil Castellini, and
Phil doesn't need any help. He's got plenty of ideas.
Or you could do it on the big screen. You make the call. So here in St. Louis, where do you think that call would go? You make the call. So will Kozma be on first, or will it be the second out of the inning? And
well, now Mike Matheny's out talking to the home plate umpire Manny Gonzalez, and I don't know whether that's just a social get together down there or whether they're actually discussing something pertaining to baseball.
We wondered last night why Matheny came out to talk to home plate umpire Clint Fagan, and as we found out after the game, Fagan said it wasn't about anything other than he wondered, could he challenge possible obstruction at first base by Votto when he went to his knee to catch that ball in the dirt. And Fagan said you can challenge that play, but there was, you know, he told him what he saw from home plate, and so Matheny went back to the dugout. And how about Matheny? He's got his own little book. You know, you and I have talked to him a lot over the years. The Matheny Manifesto.
Is that what he's got a name of it?
And what he talks about, and I remember having a discussion with him maybe 10 years ago. It starts off, I always thought the only baseball team I would manage would be a team of orphans. Because he said, and this was about, it's about youth baseball. It's about how to be a good parent, how to be a good youth coach. He said because the most difficult thing about managing a youth baseball team is dealing with parents. And Chris, you've talked about this as you do your clinic so often.
It's the first and most important meeting you have all year is the first one with the parents, where you make it clear who the coach is and who the parents are. And you make a line like that. But I did not know that he had a book. I know that he's got several kids that are playing sports. His daughter is a terrific hockey player at Michigan, I believe, or is it at Ohio State. He has a son that is playing baseball, I want to say, at Southeast Missouri State. And he's got another one who is in high school who was committed out of Oklahoma State. He's a pitcher. In fact, Matt Matheny was a pitcher that spent the last couple of summers playing from the Midland Redskins.
A lengthy one, but the call on the field safe at first. Call stands. So Kozma will be safe at first. Very similar to the replay that you saw with Billy Hamilton. Now,